Hey guys, this is your girl Keisha, and I'm here with last week's review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 9, episode 6. So, in this episode is where Martel and Marsau get into it at the adult um, relay race thing that Destiny decided to have at the park. And Martel says that Marsau effed behind him before, that they done done that, they done kicked it, they done did all that type of stuff together. Do I believe Martel? Yes, I do. I do think that at one point they was outside. Yes, I do think that they was outside. I do think that they were cheating, and I do think that, they had fun when they was all outside together. He also says that Tisha F the homie back in college and that he saw it happen. And I was like, well, wait a minute now. I didn't even know that they went to college together. And Tisha says, that was in college. Oh my God, that was in college. What was going on that you was having sexual activities and other dudes saw it? Like, what? You was letting them watch you get banged? Like, what is going on here? I'm so like, huh? That was wild. That was real wild. Because she didn't deny it when he said it. So I was like, okay, Tisha, we see you, girl. Okay. So Destiny then says, other than your spouse, who in the so-called friendship has shown up for you the most? First of all, let me just state that Destiny messy as hell for even playing this game. She knew exactly what she was doing with the questions that she was asking. So she knew the results that she was going to get, even though she's sitting up here acting like she's surprised by the reactions. So Marsau says, Martel, he showed me how to not leave my marriage for a terrible side chick. He asked me, hey man, did Mel try to suck your, Peter Weeder? And I'm like, okay, this is gone way left. Like, what is going on? All right. Was it shady? Absolutely. It was shady. It was so funny that he called Ariana a terrible side chick. Child, that lady ain't no side chick. That is his boo thing. That is his main. She ain't going nowhere. Okay. She is like a roach that will not die. Okay. So then Martel says, I didn't F Tisha when my boy was effing her. And Marsau says, you couldn't have effed her. Martel responds, he said I couldn't. Marsau, you know who she married. You was uglier than you are now, fatter than you are. Tisha got the bottom of the barrel. You still ugly. And that's what he think. He think that he looked better than Marsau, and it's like, how dare you think that I couldn't smash your wife if I wanted to? And that's basically what he said to this man in his face. If I wanted your bitch, I could have her. Period. No way do you think that if I wanted to slide on Tisha, do you think that I couldn't have got her? Do I think that back then he could have gotten on her? Yes, 1000%. Do I think that he could pull Tisha now? No, because she know what type of man he is. But back then when they was in college, yeah, I think that he could have got with Tisha for sure. For sure. But the fact that he called this man ugly to his face and said that he could F his wife tickled me, okay? Because Marsau just sat there. Child. And that just... all that tough guy talk that he's talked in the past, he do not want the smoke when it comes to Martel, because I think that he genuinely knows that Martel will probably whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? That's about all Martel can do is fight and F. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't got nothing else going on with his life. But Destiny in her confessional says Martel is wrong for talking about Tisha's history. Well, none of this would have came up if you didn't play this silly ass game of yours. Why you sitting up there looking like you work for Foot Locker? So Destiny gets mad and leaves with Nail's son. And she looked so stupid. So stupid. Because why is you messing with that child? Granted that they are probably the same age. Y'all just look stupid together. just looks stupid. Like, girl, that's a downgrade to me. A downgrade. And then I saw on the blogs or whatever that Neil's son supposed to be married and just had a newborn baby. Girl, just messy. Just messy, messy, messy. So once again, Destiny can't say nothing about what nobody got going on because her life is still so the ghetto, okay? Tisha in her confessional says that Destiny started this. And I was like, I'm glad she's seeing the writings on the walls. Kimmy tells Marsau that they both were wrong and that Tisha was catching all the strays. Was she catching all of the strays? Yes, she was. She was collateral damage in their pissing contest. It was unfortunate for her. But at the end of the day, you know, your husband sat back and let it happen. So, I mean, like, what do you want to be said or done? He could have easily gotten up and, you know, popped Martel in the mouth. He did not do so. He continued to just wanted to have a verbal sparring match. And that's what you got. Was Martel being childish and immature, bringing up all this old mess? Very much so. But this is what Martel has been doing. It's just that the tables now have been turned on them. They've sat back idly for years, for seasons, and watched him display this behavior with Melody, and they got enjoyment out of it. So do I feel any type of concern or remorse that he did that to them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because y'all sat idly by for years watching this man present this type of toxic behavior, and y'all got amusement out of it. Y'all co-signed it. Y'all demeaned and vilified Melody behind it. So I could care less with what he says about Tisha, Marsau, or anybody else on this show. Tisha and Marsau end up talking, and she says that, you know, this last year has been hard on her and that they actually had conversations about them not being together. It really got to that point. And I was shocked that that was even admitted on camera, because, you know, they've always tried to portray this united front like nothing was going on in their marriage and that they were solid. But it seems like that, you know, it has gotten to that point over there in that, you know, marriage. She questions why people keep coming for her, and she says that she was depressed and she felt alone. And he tells her once again, you know, not to read the comments and what people have to say about her. And that's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? To not read and try not to take in what strangers say about you. But Tisha needs to realize that she is not just a victim in this situation. A lot of the things that have been said of her, about her, have been brought upon herself because of the idiotic stuff that comes out of her mouth, because of the way that, what's the word I want to say? Because she likes to throw rocks and hide her hands. She likes to laugh and make snide remarks about everybody else when she's living in a glass house herself. So I think that's why people have an issue with Tisha. I feel bad that she went through a depression. I feel bad that she has felt alone and like she didn't have anybody there to support her. That's very unfortunate that you're in a marriage and you still feel alone and unsupported. That says a lot about your marriage. But once again, these are all things that Tisha is allowing to happen to her. Mel links with Tisha to discuss the trip and everything, and she ends up bringing up Maurice's DUI and says that instead of partying, he should have took accountability, and moving forward, he better not come to her with no more MLK speeches. And I honestly don't blame Mel for that sentiment, because Maurice loves to act like he is a civil rights leader and that he has, you know, such positive words of affirmations to say to everybody, and that he lives this high moral standard. And the way that he handled that DUI situation was very classless. It was very tasteless. You're supposed to be a pillar of the community, a lawyer, and all of this type of stuff, and you get a DUI, and then next thing you know, you back on the internet with a bottle in your hand, drinking and partying. Wow, that's a great way to show people that you took the situation seriously. Okay. So I don't blame Mel in this case. And I don't blame Mel for bringing it up on camera and for really driving it home and really putting it out there and not letting it be something that's swept underneath the rug, because they have talked about her incidents and her marriage and court cases and things to the full extent. And we not going to act like when stuff happened to y'all, that it's not going to get brought up. Period. So I don't blame her. So after that, Mills was like, he had red stuff on his lips. And Tisha was like, I didn't see no red stuff on his lips. And she was like, Tisha, you don't see this red stuff on his lips. So she brings up the mugshot. And if you look at his lips on that mugshot versus a regular picture of his lips were redder than they normally are. Do I think that it could have been from lipstick? It could have been. Do I think that it could have been from something that he was drinking? Very well could have been. But to just verbatim say that it was lipstick, that's a reach to me. It really honestly is. That ain't even the big issue for me. The big issue for me is the drinking and the driving and then going back and partying right afterwards like nothing ever happened. That would be the driving point for me. But Tisha was like, okay, well, I'm about to go then, girl. And Mel was like, well, is it true that it was noon when it happened? And Tisha avoids the question. And Mel in her confessional says that she thinks that the Scotts made a pact not to talk about it. And I think that they all did. I really do. Because once again, they are a tribe of people that love to dish it but cannot take it. They love to present themselves in this holier than thou light. And they living in the world of sin just like the rest of us. So yeah, I do think that they all came together and said that, yeah, we're not going to really talk about this on camera. Martel and Destiny link up, and he asks why she pointed all the questions at the field day at him. Great question, Martel, because this is supposed to be your little sis, your bestie, who was being messy. And I forgot what her response was, but Destiny says that it was hard to watch Tisha catch strays and that he needs to apologize to Tisha. And I don't think that he agreed on whether or not he needs to apologize to her. I can't really truly honestly remember, but you owe her an apology too if that's the case, because once again you started it and you kept it going after you saw where it was going. Marsau tells Chris that he'll never be friends with Martel again. It's mighty funny to me that all of a sudden now Marsau is taking this stance on he has no respect for Martel and he has no desire to have a friendship with him, because it seemed like it just came out of the blue almost. And you're not going to make me believe that it was because of the Revenge P case, because y'all had already been seeing those videos or pictures or whatever. Y'all been making comments about, these videos since what, season 2, when y'all was trying to aim it at Miss Van. So you're not going to make me believe that you're now all on this protect black women and that's wrong and I don't have any respect for dude because he did that. That's no, it's something else happened. Something else happened. Something else went down, and it ain't got nothing to do with that Revenge P case at all. At all. Because that man don't care. He don't care at all. None of them cared, to be honest with you. But something else happened, I want to say, behind the scenes between Martel and Marsau that made him say that he don't want to be cool with him no more. Mel then meets up with Tricia, who is so fake, by the way. She is so fake, because we saw the way that she was talking about Mel to Ken after she came back from the trip, and like it was like she had issues with Mel, like Mel did something to her and making all these little slick comments, but then when she saw Mel, hey, how you doing, and all of this stuff, I'm like, this stuttering heifer, I can't. So Tricia says that she didn't say goodbye because people made it awkward. How did other people make it awkward for you to say bye to somebody? Like, how old are we? You supposed to be a grown woman. Like, make it make sense. Mel was like, well, you helped make it awkward. And I loved how matter of fact Mel was to her. And Tricia was like, well, I had to ask Martell, what was your motive behind saying I went to his house? And Mel says, did you think it was awkward when he invited you to train at his house and you didn't know him like that? And she was like, well, I knew his brother because we went to school and this is that and the third. Like, girl, please stop. And Tricia was like, I knew of him. And Mel was like, what year did you go train him at his house? And Tricia was like, 2020. And Mel says, what year, what month? And Tricia was like, I don't know. And Mel was like, what house was it? I don't remember. I don't know. I have amnesia. But I do remember it was cold outside. It was chilly outside. And Mel deduces the fact that it was the house that they shared together. And Tricia says that she wasn't with Ken at the time. I don't bit more believe her. And this is why she don't remember what house it was, what month it was, or any of those things, because she know damn well it was during the time that she was with Ken. That's why she keep lying about stuff and not remembering stuff, because if she wasn't attached to anybody or was seeing anybody else during that time, why you can't remember nothing? That lady is a lying whore from the 90s, okay? I do not like Tricia. Get her off the show. She's a waste of space. And all of this, she be so mad and she got an attitude problem and this, that, and the third. Girl, I want to see it, because all we've seen is you be a punk, pussy ass, lying ass. Oh, that's all we've seen from you. Okay? So I'm going to give that episode, you guys, a B+. It was very entertaining. A lot of people getting on my nerves. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. Let's talk about it down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.